Streaming.
What up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of the Pulling These Podcast, where we
Yeah.
take a trip to Smack City and talk about some pop culture.
Uh-huh.
I'm your host, Big L. With me, as always.
It is I, for Diablo.
And it's DJ Ernie.
Too soon. Too soon.
Oh yeah, another week in quarantine, and we're feeling the rage. So we got to play the Streets of Rage to take some of that aggression out that
Yeah.
DJ Ernie B's a fan of,
Oh,
apparently.
how'd you feel about Rethink Rage 4?
So, for those that don't know, I was a Genesis guy. Like, I didn't have Super Nintendo. So,
Sonic the Hedgehog instead of Mario.
Get a load of this guy.
yeah.
I
So,
gotta give it to you, though, they had X-Men.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
They had X-Men.
And we had Streets of Rage.
Ah,
So, I love Streets of Rage 2. That was like one of my favorite games ever. So, this one is an upgrade. It's like, I don't know, it's just dope, like in the sense that it's like upgraded, like a cool upgrade.
Yeah.
And the animation is sick, but like I don't know, it's just it's a game that I'm waiting for other people to play so that we can all play together.
Okay.
Because it's like it's a fun ass beat 'em up, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's and every character is like different, like whether like if you pick Floyd, you're like big and strong, but you like you're slow. But then like if you pick Cherry, you're like super fast, but like you're a little weaker. But then it works with combos and like when you play with like two people, like basically like you can toggle off an enemy like back to back, and who knows like how long you can keep that up. You know what I mean? Because there's combos that got like plus 60 something, percent, and got like amazing whatever scores and shit like that. So it's like, it's I don't know, it's just a fun upgrade, and it's super easy and super like fast to just like keep playing, and it's like enjoyable to like play with all the other characters. And then like when you unlock the characters from all the Streets of Rage, like 1, 2, and 3.
Like the 16
So it's like, yeah, the 16-bit versions of them. So it's like I don't know, it's just fun, and like they all have different like specials, different moves, different statistics or attributes. So it's I don't know, it's a fun ass game. I recommend it.
For all of our fans who don't know, Sega Genesis was a 16-bit console. If you bought the console, it said 16-bit on it, so you know
That's
for
true.
sure it was a 16-bit console.
Sure.
Like Super
You're in it.
Nintendo, who had the
Nah,
FX
nah.
chip and Mode 7. Tech Talk.
and now you know.
And no one's half to battle.
And if you don't know, now you know.
So pretty much the storyline was like the same as the other three that came out.
So well, the storyline. This is a perfect like 80s movie storyline. That's the thing. It's super. It's like it's basically ex cops that like become vigilantes to clean up the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like it was like before it was Mr. X, and this one is his twin children, that is Mr. Y and Miss Y. So it's
Mr.
like
X from fucking Resident Evil had 2 kids.
no. This guy's like this guy was like some tall, like long haired, like I would assume he looked like a buffed up Antonio Banderas. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
That's Mr. X.
Oh,
But Mr. Y and Miss Y, they're basically like anime characters, like twin guy, girl, blonde haired. They both look alike type characters.
German.
But it's fun to play to just beat up a whole bunch of people.
Oh, yeah.
And whatever,
That's the reason why I play beat 'em ups.
Yeah. And then in this story, like Max from part 2, like he got brainwashed, and it's basically like using like this stuff to brainwash people into being like I don't know, to be enslaved to Mr. Y and Miss Y or whatever. Because it's like there's characters from part 3, Shiva, that like you have to fight because he got he got brainwashed by them or whatever. He got hypnotized by them, and then you fight Max from part 2, and this other guy, Mr. Zan, who's like Dr. Zan. My bad. He's like a like cyborg guy who like treated the new character Floyd and gave him like robot arms or whatever. So it's like it's super. It to me also kind of sounds like if what's that Cyberpunk whatever game
Cyberpunk
like that was like in
2021.
the it was like in the late 80s, early 90s, you know, like that era,
A futuristic 80s.
kind of, yeah, because it's still like super like there's no underground ninjas that like run New York City, you know what I mean, like
That do
that's-
heroin, like a futuristic version of heroin.
yeah,
Nuke.
exactly. So that's the Streets of Rage.
And
There's
that's
a bunch
the
of people doing nuke, and then you beat them up.
and that's the scoop.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage 4.
See, whenever I try to play any Streets of Rage game, like there's a little voice in the back of my head going, "Just play Final Fight."
Nah, Firefight sucks.
Ah!
Blasphemy.
You never played as Mike Hager, I see.
That's the only person I played as whenever I played Firefight.
Yeah, it's the best person to play as. Yo, the
He was
last
in
boss
the-
in Final Fight is a guy in a wheelchair with a crossbow. You can't beat that. You can literally pick him up from his wheelchair and power bomb him back onto the wheelchair and break the wheelchair. And then he gets back up on his 2 feet because he's not really crippled. And still shoots you with the crossbow. Can Streets of Rage do that?
Final Fight was all about the diversity.
Yeah.
Had to
You can be
cripple
crippled
down.
and not crippled at the same time.
I see.
I guess
Wasn't the dude in Final Fight like another franchise?
It was Capcom.
yeah, they
Capcom.
were in Capcom, but like they also came out in Street Fighter. Guy,
Yeah.
Cody, Sodom. I think
Oh,
Hager
yeah.
came out in Street Fighter
Sodom?
at one point.
I know Haggard came out some other game. I'm not sure what.
He came out in another fighting game. I think like Street Fighter
like-
versus Tekken or something.
Yeah, no, he was in one of the Marvel vs. Capcoms. I think he was in part 3.
Yo, he's a
Oh.
mayor.
Yeah.
Streets of Rage doesn't have that. A mayor who just decides, fuck it, I'm gonna beat people up.
Well, you fight in Streets of Rage 4. You fight the commissioner.
Okay. But you're not a mayor who just beats up his citizens to like set them straight.
Yeah, I think mayor oversees commissioner.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, what mayor has ads where it shows him beating people up and saying, vote for me?
Imagine he's beating up people that voted for him. It's just
Like, come on, man, I voted for you.
like, what are you doing? I believe in your policies.
And come on, what other game has like a super hot chick that's a transvestite?
Wait, what?
Character
Oh,
was
that's
good.
Poison, right?
Poison.
Oh, she's a transvestite?
She's a transvestite. That's
I
like
didn't know
the lore or whatever. So
Nah.
you remember that girl in Final Fight that you beat up? Like she had like long pink hair, like long spiky pink hair, and like a bison hat.
Yeah.
So it's official lore that she's a transvestite. She has a dick.
Because there's like a part where like she has like her panties show or something like that. There's like a version of the game where
Like
her
in the
panties show.
Japanese version, she has like a crop top that when you beat her up, like she
Yeah, like,
falls
flies up.
back and it shows like her bottom boobs and shit.
Oh,
So
really?
when they released it in America, like they covered it, and they said like, "Oh, you're not actually beating up a girl. She's a transvestite. She has a dick, so it makes it okay that you're punching the shit out of her."
So they
That's so
they
fucked up.
changed it in America.
Yeah, that's like their American censored version. You're actually beating up a dude, not a girl.
I see. I thought it was like the skirt was up or something.
No, it wasn't the skirt. It was like the bottom boob thing.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But then
Wow.
like they release her now in like current shit, and they draw her like super hot and shit, and everybody loves her. But then like still in lore, she's a transvestite. So under that super hot mini skirt is a dick. The Streets of Rage has that.
Streets of Rage had that kink, huh?
hmm
I don't think so.
Does
Any
Streets of Rage have
character?
my new kink?
There's plenty of other girls who get beat up in Streets of Rage 4.
That's true, but they're like actual
Yeah.
girls though. They're not like guys
Yeah.
who are girls now.
That's true.
They're not girls with dicks, as far as you know.
You
You
never
need to
know.
ask the developers to.
Maybe they are. You never know.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
never
that's true.
know.
You have to ask the
Like
developers.
maybe
Like
There's one chick that's like super strong. They're too strong, so
guess
I
what
forget
I
her
am?
name.
there could be somebody there where the nut sack just pop out when you knock it back.
He not come back in. Shit.
Suck 'em back in.
If we're on a fighting game, I'll just like beat the characters up and be like, "Guess my sexual preference. Guess it."
Know my personal details that have nothing to do with the storyline or game. You just throw it in there because the 90s were a weird time for some
Yeah.
reason.
Not just the 90s. Last of Us 2 came out, and it's like that's a big deal now. In Last of Us 2.
The Last of Us 2, what happened in The Last of Us 2?
One of the main characters is she's not trans. She's just a brolic girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
That-
forgot what you're talking about.
Has a sex scene with a guy that looks like a gay sex scene because she's so brolic,
Mm.
and they show everything.
And his legs were up.
No,
He was
Like-
getting pegged.
she's a girl in that scene, and he's a guy in that scene. But it's weird.
They show full penetration.
It's on YouTube. They
Yeah.
don't show full penetration. They show her breasts though, and she's so brolic that her breasts don't look like breasts anymore.
They
That's
look
how
like
much she is.
planks.
I think that was like people's complaint, right? Dudes were like, "Oh, she's not sexy," some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, people are complaining about that, but honestly, she's the most interesting character in that game. Like if
That's
they
why
made
I'm
the
like-
game just about her, I think it would have been better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. People are scared of new shit. Like you take them out their comfort zone, they don't know how to act.
Exactly. They don't know how to like just think outside the box. Like how dope would it have been if you start the game with her and you play the game throughout her with her. At the end, you have to kill the main character of the previous game.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been great.
Wow.
That would have been fucking sick.
yeah, because I heard like people were saying the story's not that bad. It just has like, a few
No.
missteps, but it wasn't as bad. People
Yeah,
were making it.
The pacing is fucking horrible. It makes the
Yeah.
story seem so bad. But if they
Yeah.
like change shit up a bit, it would be a lot better. Like the way I said it, like if you just played as her and experience the whole story through her eyes and like understand what she's going through, it
Yeah,
would be so much better.
nice.
I love how this went from Streets of Rage to Last of Us.
And now it's gonna go into Hamilton.
Oh, he's black.
Alexander Hamilton. Fighting game coming soon for the, the PS5. You got a rap battle like a Parappa the Rapper.
I was just about to say it's gonna be Proud the Rapper, but with Alexander Hamilton.
We're Hamilton characters.
You gotta chop, chop, chop the racism.
Oh man. So you weren't a fan of Hamilton, huh, Ernie?
Nah, man. So, like, when we started watching it, like, this is the thing. Like, you watch it and you're like, "Oh, this is cool." Like some of the songs are pretty cool. Like I'm not gonna not gonna lose my shot. That song, whatever that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, "Oh, it's pretty dope." Okay, you know. But then right away, I'm like, "Who the fuck is Alexander Hamilton?" Like, I had to Google it because it was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Oh wow. You didn't know
So-
who it was?
Nah, like like I mentioned to you guys, I did not give a shit about history class.
Yeah, you never paid attention.
I never paid attention. So I used to always get bad grades. I just got by, you know.
Yeah.
So right away, I'm like, okay, now I know who he is, whatever. And then I tried keeping up with the story, but then like I saw that it was fucking 3 hours. So like right away, it was like I don't want to watch this, you know what I mean? But like now I've gone too far, and like now I have to finish it. And then we like fell asleep anyways, and we're like, this is
Both of you?
horrible. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And finally, like when we woke up, like it was still going on. So And then finally, Megan was like, "I'm done," and she like walked away, and I'm like, "Nah, I gotta finish this shit because I had gone too far."
You
And
let her
like
go
finally,
home?
no, she like, and she went to the room, but like,
Oh, okay. I thought you
yeah,
guys were there at the theater.
no, but like, I don't know, it was just so boring, and like, I don't know, I just like I get the whole idea that it's like, oh, it's done. There's no white people in the cast, and blah blah blah, whatever, and whatever. I don't care about any of that shit. So it's like, like I didn't get the whole thing about it. I didn't get the hype about it. You know?
I can't get the hype about any Broadway anything because my first experience with Broadway plays was the Vagina Monologues. That was a traumatic experience for me, and I can never watch Broadway after that.
Did it have musical numbers in the Vagina
Uh-uh.
Monologue?
Just a bunch of women yelling at me.
But that's like a woman, there was a bunch of women, but it's like is it really? It's not a musical. It's like
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
No.
you prefer a musical better.
yeah.
Not. I'm completely staying away from Broadway. Like I was the only guy there, so they were looking at me as they were like saying their poems.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
only
this poem
guy
was
there.
about you, jerk.
Yeah.
Man with your penis.
I was worried they were gonna call me down on stage. Like, stand here so I could yell this poem at you.
Yeah.
That's when they cursed you with Amber Heard.
That
Oh,
was
Maybe
the
that
beginning of the curse. The
Yeah.
That's how you
following
got that
day, Amber
Amber
Heard came into my bedroom and dragged me out from my bed and just beat the shit out of me.
They took a dump on your bed afterwards.
I slept on it.
Wow. She slept on.
I had to sleep on it.
She was watching you sleep on it.
She left, but then she was watching from my window, making sure I slept on it.
I sleep on that warm poop.
Listen, man, at some point I'm gonna bang her, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be worth it. I know it.
All that punishment will be worth
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be worth it. Man. She can take a picture of my drug breakfast like she did with Johnny Depp. You seen that shit? She took a fake picture of like the drug breakfast Johnny Depp has every morning, which is like 4 lines of cocaine, a whole cup of tequila,
Yeah.
a box filled with mysterious drugs that I don't know, and like this tampon tube that she made apparently look like a thing he uses to snort his cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like basically her lawyer asked her to post that picture up and like fake it or whatever, and she put like her thermos next to all that to make it look like I was there. Because after that, she posted a picture of her walking out with that same thermos. Like, see, that's my thermos, so that's his drug breakfast.
That's what he has.
Even though the thermos is mine.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Even though the thermos
Right
is
next-
mine and the purse I have on in that picture is different from the purse on the first picture.
Yeah, that's one way to start the day, huh?
Mhm.
Fucking four lines of coke, a cup of tequila.
Fuck, I'll break through my curtain door if I have 4 lines of coke. You see like
Ah,
the shape of my
I
body
feel
on that.
so
Ah!
I feel so great.
I'm gonna jog 12 miles today.
Yo, I think the only Broadway musical I ever saw in person was the Spider-Man one. Turn off the dark.
How was that one?
Shelly!
That shit was horrible, bro. That shit was fucking. Like,
It's a musical too, right?
huh? Yeah, it's a
Yep.
musical. So you have all this singing and shit, and Jen got like the tickets on Groupon because they were mad cheap.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I don't know, you remember, you like all the actors that played Spider-Man got hurt while filming this, like because of the stunts and shit like that. Like people fucking fall down from, like height, like 50 feet up.
Imagine doing that shit every day.
That's why people kept on fucking. I was like, damn, we might end up seeing somebody fucking getting hurt watching this today. I remember the good thing. The good thing was that they had a bar, so I was ordering mad drinks about the whole
nice.
shit. Like, I ordered a drink before the show, then like intermission, I went to get another drink because I was like, man, this shit is shit's terrible.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's the thing. They always sell liquor in almost all the theaters,
Yeah.
especially all the good ones.
Oh no, I went to see the Book of Mormon. in person too, and that was better. I like that. That one
Okay,
was funny.
that's a Broadway show I would definitely want to see. The Book of Mormon.
Yeah, that was a funny show. But Spider-Man it sucked. Like the way the Green Goblin was created, and like he makes a machine that creates the other villains, like Carnage. He makes a machine that creates a guy. He turns the guy into Carnage.
Yeah.
Or like the Vulture, like dumb shit like that. But the Vulture has like a big ass head. It's like I'm like, this is not the comic at all. Like they weren't even trying to like what fucking story? What dimension is this shit from?
Imagine
Like,
being
this
the
was
guy who
awesome.
plays Spider-Man every day and having to swing across that whole stage. Like, fuck!
But supposedly that was just stuntmen. Like they had like a whole bunch of stuntmen doing
Oh
like
my
swing,
god.
like the main guy who had to sing and shit. I was like, first of all, I'm like Spider-Man singing, and like, what the fuck is this shit?
Mhm. Yep.
So you got to defeat Venom, the noise of your voice.
Shit was just bad all around. I was like, God damn. But then I'm thinking like, they should include this version of Spider-Man in the next Spider-Verse movie.
Yes.
Just have the Broadway Spider-Man be like a real Spider-Man and just
Mm.
have him
Have
die
him
off or some shit.
Immediately get killed by Moreland.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
I'm here
Good
to
done.
save the day. Oh!
Yeah. Now you die.
Oh, another spider trait.
So pretty much, what like Hamilton was what like pretty much them like setting up the revolution.
Like all I really remember was like that's how much I paid attention. All I was like he wanted to go to war and he was with George Washington and George Washington was like, nah man, I need you like here with me, like trying to consult and trying to come up with plans because he was like good at like planning attacks. And then the whole time what's his name, the guy who killed Aaron Shaw, the one that like shot him or something. Aaron Burr.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Aaron Shaw, but Aaron Burr, like he's like in the story, but like he's envious of Alexander Hamilton. So it kind of it felt a little like Amadeus. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like kind of like what he like every time I cross every little thing I do, like this guy is always like one step ahead of me. You know?
Yeah, he's doing it better and shit.
Yeah. So that's a thing, and then it's like a thing where like, you know, Alexander Hamilton like fucking I keep saying his full name. Hamilton fucking like marries his wife, and then like his wife's sister was also like in love with him, and like
He better
that's
marry
like a
his
thing.
wife.
That's no, but like when he met his wife, like he also like talked to like her sister.
Yeah.
So he was like, so he's like kind of like I think conflicted and shit like that. It's just a lot of like that bullshit, you know what I mean? And then the whole time they're rapping, so it's like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I kind of don't understand.
She's my wife, so I better marry her.
Yeah.
I guess that's
So-
how it's supposed to be.
Yes, and it's like, and then they're in the whole war or whatever. The what is it?
Helm's Deep.
You know. Okay, is that really the thing?
No, that's Lord of the Rings.
They're fighting for the.
Yeah, you really hated history class, huh?
You really did. Yo, I was there with him.
Yo, I'm serious. I used to fall asleep all the time in this
Yeah,
class.
you really did.
I don't know what it was. It's just they started talking about shit that like that happened a long time ago, and I dozed off. But it's the whole like the war in independence or whatever from the British. They were breaking up from the British or whatever. So it's all that shit. And you know, and like I said, like I fell asleep. So like all I remember is like waking up and like Hamilton gets shot, and because they have like a duel, you know, like it's like 10 steps, whatever type shit.
Just stand there while they shoot at
Yeah,
you.
exactly. Exactly. Who's gonna draw first?
Yo, the chicken just dodge
People were so stupid. Yeah. These people are mad stupid. Like I like how you do the duel.
Roll and just go, ha! Boom!
Yeah. Gotcha. I would have won all my duels. Like
I'm the
mad
fucking
move.
president of the United States at the time.
Bam, bam,
No,
bam.
the chicken just
Everybody.
roll sideways and shoot everybody. Ha ha!
Yeah, that was the only thing I remember. Like, I was interested in Hamilton because I was like, "Yo, how you die in a duel?" Like that's like you had to fucking do that shit when somebody challenges you to a duel. Like, you
Yeah.
actually had to do it. Like, why?
It's like right when he starts loading his gun, just punch him in the face. Do a UFC punch. Hurt.
People were so stupid back then.
They were
Mhm.
dumb. Yeah, that's
Yo,
bullshit call
they
on.
had like his houses around where I live, where my grandma's apartment's at in Harlem.
Oh,
It's
really?
like it's like a few blocks away, and we went on a field trip one time in elementary school because our school's like 4 blocks away from there, and we just
Oh,
went on a
nice.
field trip.
That's right, yeah. It was
Yeah.
like 4 blocks away from my school.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit. And like they were talking about how he was like that's the only reason why I remembered him. I was like, yo, but I was like, why make a musical about that dude? Like,
Yeah, that's another thing.
yeah, because I was like, okay, so he was like the Secretary of Treasury. He was technically an immigrant that came to came
Mhm.
here as a child or whatever. Single mother, I guess. So they were like, all right, let's make him Puerto Rican, and he raps now.
Mhm.
I lived by George
Yeah.
Washington's house.
You went there.
For real?
George
Basically-
Washington.
I drive by there every day whenever I visit my mom's house from Yonkers to Manhattan.
Is it really George Washington's house?
Yeah. It was his house, but it's like a museum now.
Oh, okay.
It's in the Heights.
My mom lives by Poe Park, where Edgar Allan Poe used to like live in
I
like
live
a little.
across the street from where Malcolm X was shot.
Oh yeah,
Oh, for
I
real?
remember. That. Yeah, where he got
Wow.
assassinated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that shit was right there on Broadway.
I don't say
Across
that much
the street.
because there's like nothing to brag about.
Yeah. Oh, this is where Malcolm X got murdered.
After he was shot, let's go to my room and make out.
See that street? That's where he
Is he
bled
hot,
out, right
huh?
there. That's where he died. Yeah, New York has a lot of fucking historical spots like that. It's pretty cool,
It's true.
especially around the Heights. The Heights. There's the musical in the Heights. Did you see that one, Ernie?
Nah, hell no.
Wasn't there a TV show called The Heights or something like that? It was like a
I'm not-
reality show with like
Yeah,
Dominican
it was.
people and
Yeah, it's like
people.
Jersey Shore or whatever, but for
Yeah,
Dominicans.
I think it was called The Heights or something like that.
I think. Yeah, I think it was called the Heights.
I have no idea. They're coming out with a movie version of In the Heights.
Oh boy.
So like a movie musical. Not interested?
No.
Hamilton turned you off Lin Manuel?
I don't know. Like, I didn't have an opinion about him at the beginning. I didn't even know it was a rap or anything like that. I remember him being in like Jimmy Fallon, seeing Jimmy Fallon rapping, but I didn't even like put two and two together. I just thought like he could rap, like he knew how to rap.
Gotcha.
That's all I thought.
And
I
it's
did not know it was.
not the accurate historical thing.
Yeah.
Never rapped. I can guarantee to you he never rapped. Rap wasn't a thing at that time.
Yeah, I don't think Hamilton was freestyling back in the revolutionary times.
No.
Hey, King George, pretty whack. Let's get the country back.
Only Trump's ancestors were rapping at the time.
He invented rap.
I just said this is gonna be huge.
Huge.
We tell you. We can't rap. None
To the hip
of our
hop.
words right.
I finally saw that. This is kind of a little off topic, but I finally saw the trailer to that movie with Shia LaBeouf, where he's like playing Chicano,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, I'm like, is this movie? Are they? I don't know. Like, I feel like the movie's about the guy he's with, his friend,
Yeah, supposedly. I think
Well-
Shia LaBeouf is like,
is the only name in the movie, so
Yeah.
they're trying to push him as
Yeah.
the name, the only famous person in the movie.
So it's like Brokeback Mountain, but with Chicanos.
No, it's like, I don't know. It's like gangsters, and
I love you, bro.
he talks like that. Though. He's
that's
like,
why people were like, yo, is he supposed to be Latino, Mexican, like in this movie? And the director, David Ayer, who directed Suicide Squad, was like, no, he's just a white kid that grew up in the hood, so he picks up on their language and shit like that. Because I was a white kid in the hood, and I grew up the same way, and I was like, man, I don't know, that shit is kind of bullshit. I think because that's like you're saying just because you grew up in the hood, you gotta just do the accent like you really are. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure nobody in your house is talking like that. Like nobody's talking like nobody is talking like that except like your friends and shit like that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, so the white kid that grows up in the hood is gonna talk like a black guy.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, well, that's not a good example. Like, let's say a white guy grew up in Chinatown. He's gonna fucking start talking like a Chinese accent. Like, no, right?
Yeah.
Favorite animal is a penguin.
You probably just get fucked up by the kids that live there. Like, yo, we don't even talk like that, motherfucker. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, Shia LaBeouf, he really has that fucking Chicano fucking. The movie's called The Tax Collector.
Bro,
Yeah.
I want this diamond gold ring. Put it on, bro. I want to see your cock hard. He's gay.
Yeah, he's like super cholo. Like he has like his hair is super short, like a buzz cut, and his sunglasses and a little like mustache with a little beard.
He has the button-down shirt with only the top button.
No, he's like in a suit. So the whole time he's always like he looks like a hitman or some shit.
Oh, okay. He's like
Well, he's like the guy that all the gangs give the money to. Like I guess they pay him for the protection, so he's like the money guy.
Like Juice from Luke Cage.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. You gotta watch Luke Cage, Ernie.
Yeah.
You gotta know who Juice is, so watch Sons of Anarchy first, then watch Luke Cage.
Damn, you still haven't watched Sons of Anarchy?
I saw that first episode because Freddie showed me, and I was like, "Yo, this is way too long."
Yeah.
Like the whole time I was like, "When is this show gonna end?"
Same way everybody needs to watch those YouTube videos about One Piece. You need to watch Sons of Anarchy. Watch the show. Don't watch YouTube videos about it.
You know, Shia LaBeouf really got a chest tattoo for the role.
real?
That's like a real tattoo he has. So he has a tattoo of like a Chicano and a Chicana like making out on his chest. Like some really heavy tatted shit. Like covers his whole chest. Like his whole pretty much upper body is covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he did it for that role.
Did Jared Leto do it for him? Oh, this is straight fucking method acting, bro. Oh, you're fucking doing it.
Yo, imagine Jared Leto really got the damage tattoo on his forehead.
Oh my god.
That would have been fucking great. That would have been hilarious.
Huge. I'm gonna do it myself. It's gonna be huge.
I'm gonna be known as the Joker for all time after this.
I'll be better than Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. There's no way they possibly could find a better Joker than me.
I mean, how insane can I look? I'm laughing around perfectly laid out knives
And guns and shit.
Yeah.
and guns. I
Does it have
mean,
I think that was the coolest part of the whole movie.
Huh?
That was the only for me the only little small cool part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
When he's there and he's like ah. I was like, oh, that's cool, and that's it. And the rest of the movie sucks.
For me, none of the scenes in the Joker were good.
Nothing. I want to forget the movie, but like, I don't know. Whatever. We talked about this a million times.
We talked about that fucking movie too many fucking times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the hottest couple costume again this Halloween, right? Joker and
What?
Harley.
What?
Why?
That's always the hottest couple costume. It's the Suicide Squad.
They probably have another couple. I think there's another couple
We're a
there.
damaged couple.
Relationship goals.
Relationship goals. Abuse me.
Abusive relationships for life.
Yay. Why can't you just be like Batman and Catwoman?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Super close to each other.
But you want to be fucking Joker and Harley.
Yeah.
Bunch of sociopaths.
Actually, couple goes is Green Arrow and Black Canary.
Oh.
That's actual DC couple goals.
That's an underrated couple there.
Yeah.
you don't get talked about too much
That's true.
because it's all about Batman or Catwoman or Joker or Harley.
Imagine somebody like saying hashtag relationship goals for Batman and Talia al Ghul.
Oh fuck!
Like, so she like wants to rape
No, she rapes
rape him
him
and like
and has
yeah,
a kid,
rapes him
his
and
kid.
takes his kid. Yeah, she's like, I want that. That's the kind of man I want.
Yeah, I
I'd see
wanna,
that as relationship goals. I could see that happening to me.
I wanna.
That's what Amber Heard would do.
Yeah,
That's exactly what
that's some
happened.
Amber Heard shit right there.
She would take my sperm and then take a dump on me, and then have my kid, and
Oh
then
Then
have
man.
my kid take a dump on me.
artificially inseminate your sperm into her
Ugh. With
while she's on top of you,
juices.
and you knocked out on her, like rocking her poop.
I have a Cleveland steamer right on my chest.
Yeah, oh yes, yeah, oh yes, Amber. Oh yes.
Ah! Well, we just had sex.
Yes, that's the fight. That's the price.
This is exactly what I was hoping for. I win.
Freddie thinks sex is Amber Heard shitting on his chest. That's what he thinks sex is.
I don't think that's how girls orgasm, Freddie.
Mhm.
So
poop
what
on
the
you.
hell have I been doing this past 20 years?
You're just letting them poop on you, bro.
Why have all these women shitted on me?
Because you like it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I
what it
should
is.
admit my kink.
You ever rethink your kink?
Ugh. Just poop on the floor.
Hashtag rethink your kink. That's the
Hashtag
name of
rethink
this
your kink.
episode. That's the
Admit
name
your
of this
kink.
episode.
Look into a mirror and tell yourself what your kink is.
There
Yeah,
you
All
go.
right.
it's going.
I
Yeah.
Want to get pooped
like
on. My
being
chest.
shitted on.
Comment down below.
Comment down below. Make me your toilet.
And hashtag it. Rethink your kink.
That's a good hashtag.
Yeah.
Rethink your kink.
No, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all.
It'll make people in the closet like want to come out. We're doing gay God's work.
That's true.
There is a gay
You
God.
know, some people
God.
might consider poop a god in black, or a
No.
king in black.
Oh,
Segway.
we were speaking of Spider-Man before. We could have really just segued when we were speaking about Spider-Man.
Oh, that is true. That is true. We're losing our Segway magic
Yeah.
on this show.
Nah, we still got the magic though. Like that was a good segue.
Yeah.
King in black,
Poop.
taking black shits on people. Listen, if your shit comes out black,
Go
see
to a
you
doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Because that shit ain't normal
later. Nah,
at all.
it's not. But King in Black, fucking Null the symbiote god is coming to Earth after the what was the last storyline with the Carnage thing?
Venom Island or something like that? Oh no, Maximum Carnage.
Not Maximum, Absolute Carnage.
Absolute Carnage. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
So
Absolute.
Cletus Cassidy woke up the symbiote god called Null. So this character is a god that existed before the Big Bang when everything was completely dark, and his power was like the darkness or whatever. He controls
Yeah.
darkness. That's why Venom is like this dark goop or whatever.
Yes.
So after Cletus Cassidy had the symbiote that was like an ancient one called fuck, I forgot the name. Was that a monster from
Kraken?
not Kraken.
Godzilla.
No, that 3D movie with that guy. He fights monsters naked.
No idea
What?
what you're talking about. Who
3D
fights
monsters?
3D? Naked guy in 3D fighting monsters?
I completely
Tom Hanks.
he has sex with like this monster and they have a kid and like he fights the kid.
I have no idea
Grendel,
what the
the
fuck you're talking
Grendel,
about.
the Grendel monster. That's what it's called.
Oh, Grendel. Oh,
Grendel,
the Grendel. Oh, okay.
Wolf, Beowulf. There you go.
Beowulf. Yeah.
Beowulf.
Okay.
So that's a great way to describe Beowulf.
Yeah.
So that symbiote is called the Grendel, and Cletus Cassidy combines with it and it brings it back to life, whatever. And he brings Null. He awakens Null because Null was in like in slumber or whatever, and like some gods put him to sleep back then. But he's awake now, and he's on his way to Earth to like wreck shit. But I highly recommend reading Absolute Carnage because that story was so good. I'm looking forward to this new story because Donny Cates is writing it, who also wrote Absolute Carnage and like the whole new Venom lore. Highly
And
looking forward to this.
it's like a whole Marvel Universe event, right? Like all the heroes
Yeah.
are being involved.
Everybody's
and,
involved. The X-Men are going to be involved. Avengers, probably Fantastic Four. Yeah.
See, I think that would have been a cooler way to introduce Venom in the MCU.
With Null.
Like, yeah, with no,
That'd be
just
cool.
have it like involved somehow. Like it could pop up like in a Guardians storyline. That shit could be like the Easter egg at the end of the movie or some shit.
Maybe one
Like
of
a
them
symbiote.
gets affected.
Yeah, the symbiote attaches itself to somebody who's going back to Earth. Maybe
And then he
Thor
comes in
or
contact
something.
with Spider-Man. But no, Tom Hardy is Venom.
There's so many opportunities. I mean,
Eat
the
a
Doctor
lump,
Strange movie is going to introduce the multiverse in the MCU.
Yeah.
So the MCU might get his own Venom somehow, maybe, if
Scarlet
Sony
Witch
plays
might
along.
say more mutants instead of no more mutants.
Mm.
Why would she say that? Nah, I don't know.
Maybe she finds out she's a mutant. She's like, you know what? I like this. Let's make
We
more.
need more of me.
Yes,
More mutants.
more mutants. Chop chop. I'm just gonna fucking create a whole species of people that can overtake humanity
And then
easily.
the dragon she summoned from the Dragon Balls will be like, okay. More
Say
mutants.
so. If you say so.
This movie's getting weird. More mutants. Speaking of more mutants, more Black Cherry White Claw for me.
Huh?
I'm gonna go get it right now.
We'll be here
Already
waiting.
got it too.
Oh, the black cherry.
That's all I had in my neighborhood.
Black cherry.
I think
cherry.
I don't know. I think the whole Doctor Strange. My theory is that Doctor Strange, and he's gonna introduce the whole, at least in the MCU, the whole X-Men and Fantastic Four. Something's gonna happen where they're gonna like open up a different portal or something, and it's another dimension, and that dimension. I mean, those people from that dimension are coming into this dimension. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I don't know. That's my theory.
No, I can see that happening. That'll be like an interesting way to open up like a bunch of plot points
Mhm.
and just a bunch of Easter eggs to have for the future. Like, oh, we have mutants now. We have the Fantastic Four. I think even the Eternals are going to mention mutants in the movie somehow. So we'll
Yeah.
see like what they're going to go with that.
What about the Inhumans?
Maybe they'll try that in the future. But I think the Eternals are like the Inhumans replacement.
What about Karnak?
So,
Huh? Huh?
he's not technically an inhuman. He's just a very skilled human.
Really?
Yeah, he just knows all the pressure points to anybody he's fighting.
Yeah, he knows
He's a
anybody's weakness. That's his power. Fucking bullshit ass writing.
Mhm.
He can
Yeah.
beat anybody.
Yeah, he's like, all right, make him like the best fighter in the world.
Yeah. Like really, he's gonna take down Wolverine by pressing his chest?
That's his weak spot, his chest.
No. I don't know his Wolverine's spot, but Karnak would somehow figure it out and be like, oh, touch, and Wolverine go, and fall.
The only spot that doesn't have what's
Adamantium.
that?
Adamantium.
Adamantium.
Yeah.
Right between the eyes.
Right when he's like enraged and shit in fucking berserker mode. Yeah,
You're
I'm
just
gonna find
poking
out the
the
weakness
eyes.
of that guy.
You just poke Wolverine in the eyes. Ah,
Boop! Boink!
yeah, you're defeated.
He goes, ow! I just falls to the floor.
You should have got your eyes covered in that metal.
I should have
Stupid.
covered my eyes in that adamantium like the government said. He boinked me in the eye.
Shit.
Boink.
If anything, there's adamantium behind his eye. Because there's bones behind your eye.
A good way to stop Wolverine is to like stab him in the eye and just like leave the knife there. So when his brain heals, it heals over the knife, and he'll be like, "Bleh."
Yeah. He'll be in mentally done, I guess.
Yeah.
Or where I'm still.
Speaking of like Marvel
Is it?
and X-Men, in the recent X-Force, they killed the shit out of Kid Omega.
Oh yeah.
They killed him like 2 times already in the X-Force comic books. They're only
Jesus
up to
Christ.
issue 10.
They're already ramping up those resurrection pods, huh?
They really are, man. And in the second issue of X-Force, he gets his head cut off. And the recent episode, he gets like this seed implanted in him that makes like a whole bunch of flowers grow inside of him. So like they opened up the sack where like his body was in there with like a whole bunch of flowers like in his mouth and his eyes and his nose and his ears and shit.
Damn.
It's like, fuck, man, leave X-Force. You're not made for X-Force.
I'm like, damn, that's a horrible way to go out, man. You got all that shit growing out of you.
Suffocated by fucking flowers?
Yeah.
Once I'm resurrected, be like, yo, I am done with X-Force.
Yeah. Right, fuck out of here.
I just want to be New Mutants and do fun shit.
Yeah. I don't want to fucking die every couple of issues.
I don't want to be Wolverine's team. The shit he's involved is killing people and shit. And, like, dying.
You think they do that to be more realistic? Like they have a way out to be like, yo, people who are actually doing these missions, these types of missions, actually die. But we have like a MacGuffin, yeah, I think it's called.
Yeah, like the reason they're doing the whole resurrection thing is like to take away the whole stigma of characters dying in comic books. So like now when a character dies, you know for sure they're gonna come to life.
Yeah.
They're gonna come back to life. But within that story is like, fuck, this person is dead. They're definitely gonna come back to life, but they're not gonna come back to life right now. So how they're gonna handle the situation while that person's dead?
They could like take out certain memories away from like, so they only remember when they died. Pretty much.
Yeah. Actually, in X-Force, Domino, I don't know if you remember the first issue. She was kidnapped and like they ripped up a whole bunch of skin from her body and like used that to get into Krakoa.
Yeah.
So after all that happened and they rescued Domino, she was alive, so she still had all that skin ripped off of her. And she purposely died, and then she requested for her to be resurrected without those memories of her being kidnapped and having the skin ripped out of her. Yeah. And Wolverine's giving her mad shit about that because he's like, if I were to die, I want all my memories. I want to remember every fucking thing that happened to me. Like, I know what it is to live and not remember anything in your life. I want to remember everything. So like, that's like a cool conflict that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept to be like, oh, would you like to remember how you fucking died, or
yeah,
I
would like to remember that shit because I don't want to forget that shit.
It's like that Tom Cruise movie, fucking Live, Die, Repeat.
Oh, Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah, that he'll die. It's like the Groundhog Day. He dies, he comes back the same day, do the same mission, but now he knows a little more. This is like they just bring it back to life.
Honestly, if it's something super traumatic, I don't remember that shit.
True.
Yeah, but like, what if it was something like a mistake, and you need to learn from that mistake?
Yeah, that's true.
Because it could be like, okay, well, I went left instead of going right, where I usually go right. So whatever reason, I went left, and I died. That says like right away you're like, shit, like I don't remember that if the last time I did that, for whatever reason I went left in that street, whatever it is, when I died.
But then what if you get killed in a way where like you could never sleep again if you get brought back to life with those memories?
Like, yo, I was freaking
I can't believe that fucking happened to me. And every night you're just like laying in bed like, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I remember every single thing that happened when I died.
Like, this is all fucked up.
This is so fucked up.
What if you die like by zombies, Ernie? Your biggest fear.
Getting
wanna
eaten
remember
alive.
Yeah, I don't want to be alive again because then I have to face zombies again.
But then what if you could come back to life?
If I come back to life, I
What
become a zombie, so I wouldn't even care.
if you're brought back with all your memories like to do an X-Men, but then you don't remember what happened after you died at that time?
I guess that would be
That'd be
fine.
cool. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But then what if you die like that again?
So we know if Ernie, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, Ernie's gonna be the one that just wants to die and not deal with it. Like,
Not sure.
just get me out the board already, guys. I'm no good here. I'm no good.
Not true. I have swords prepared for like the zombie apocalypse. I'm waiting
Nice.
for it. Trust me. I'll test my skills.
Yeah, I have my bomb vest ready just in case I get bitten.
Your bomb vest.
Yeah, whoever's around me within like a 10-foot radius is gonna fucking die. So don't
Yeah,
stand around me when I get bitten.
I'm taking all you motherfuckers out with me.
I don't give a fuck.
Everybody's dying here.
Someone
Everybody.
like be right next to me. I don't give a fuck, man. Burn. Kill everybody.
We all gonna die.
You're lucky you're going out this way.
Did you read that Empire yet, Freddie? Or
Not
no?
yet. You mean number 0?
Yeah.
No, I haven't
Didn't
read
come
it.
out yet, right?
I don't think so. I would have saw it. Like I'm going to comic shops and looking at the current releases in person, and I haven't seen Empire yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just feels to me like they fucking have so many events going on in Marvel.
Every fucking year and a half, not year and a half, half a year.
Yeah, because I'm like, didn't they just have like that outlaw shit with the teenage heroes?
Yeah.
Now they have Empire.
And then they're gonna
Now
have
they're gonna have
X of
King and
Swords.
Black. Oh, X
Then
of Swords.
King and
Forgot
Black.
about that one. Then King
Yeah.
of Black.
Apparently, X of Swords is gonna be like a super big deal, but the pictures they release, for me, it looks kind of stupid.
Alexa, stop.
Yeah, Alexa, Elmer's daughter.
Yeah,
Stop doing whatever you're doing at this
They
time.
just started playing music out of nowhere for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Now playing X of Swords.
Yeah.
Elmer's listening to some weird ass German bands. X of
I'm like,
Swords.
how did it think I commanded it to play music right now? Shit's freaky.
But yeah, this X of Swords thing looks so weird and dumb, but it seems like it's gonna be good. But from the pictures they release, like every single X-Men gets a sword.
But that's only gonna affect the X titles, right? It's not
Yeah,
gonna
only the X
go
titles.
into the. Okay.
Is that gonna
So
cross
that's-
over to like Avengers or whatever?
Yeah, that one's not like a real fucking whole
No.
event for the whole company.
Yeah, it's not a crossover event. It's just like an X-Men event.
But then they had like the fucking before that the X-Men and Fantastic Four little mini series for a
Oh
while.
yeah, they never finished that.
No, right? Because
Yeah.
a lot of the shit is delayed. A lot
And
of stuff
they
is
left it at a
delayed.
really good cliffhanger with like Doctor Doom and his own Sentinels.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah. Check that out.
fucking mind blowing.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Gambit was there with them, and when he saw the Sentinels, he was like, "So I'm useless now, right?"
Like, what
He's
I'm
not
gonna
there, I
do
was
with
just joking.
these?
I said that joke for Ernie.
Who?
Huh?
What you said? What you said?
No, I said he wasn't really there. I just said that joke for you, just to. Make
No,
it
but
like
who was there? Who was in there?
Oh no, I said Gambit was there, and when Doctor Doom pulled out the Doctor Doom Sentinels, he was like, "I'm just useless." Now, right?"
Shut up.
He was naked though, so he had a purpose.
So he wasn't useless at all.
With just his trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Part of his powers, he fucks you to death.
He got Storm beaten. While Storm was like shocking the Sentinels, he said, "Her!" And she's like, "Ah!"
Think about it. Look at that's my endowment.
Look at all my
I have that.
STDs. Ah.
Scars of love, mon ami.
And Rogue
Scars.
goes, "We're married now. Stop that."
Stop just getting naked.
The funny thing about current X-Men is that there's like a little hint thrown out that like Gambit wants to have a baby, but Rogue doesn't. And my theory is that Rogue believes Gambit has an STD, so she doesn't want to bang without a condom.
That's a plausible theory right there. It might happen.
Your interpretation, boys?
So
First up, it has
Gambit
to be artificially inseminated because they
her
can't have
powers.
sex. Yeah,
Yeah.
her powers.
What if she's pregnant and she absorbed all the baby's powers?
That's the thing, yeah.
Gambit's daughter and wife at the same time. With a dead baby inside her.
No, I was thinking more like she'll suck the life out of the baby and kill the baby.
Yeah. And then
Jesus,
she'll have a
that
dead
would-
baby inside her, and when she sucks their life, she gets their memories too.
Oh man, so she's gonna like start screaming like a baby and like
And she would be like his daughter and his wife at the same time.
Mm. They
That
could
was-
adopt. Why don't they adopt?
But the rule of Krakoa is to make babies.
Oh,
Yeah, they want them to reproduce as much as they can.
Yeah. Like the rule is like make more mutants as much as you can.
but Rogue can't.
That's why Cyclops is like, yo, that's why he's telling Jean Grey, like, yo, go ahead and fuck Wolverine.
Why?
Because make babies, bro. Just do it.
Yeah, well, it's like
But it's-
why wouldn't Scott want to pray her first?
Exactly.
Their babies came from the future. They don't need to do anything anymore. Wolverine and Jean Grey's babies hasn't come from the future yet. That means they have to fuck.
But maybe Cyclops needs to fuck Jean Grey to have their future baby, Rachel.
But they're already there.
Oh,
He doesn't have to do anything. They're there.
what if they disappear like in Back to the Future? Like, skate away.
Hey, I'm sure you would want Kid Cable to disappear. Alright, so let Wolverine and Jean Grey fuck.
I'm surprised he's still there. He's still around.
God.
I'm surprised he's lasted this long.
His solo title still only has that first issue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They haven't. Woo. Yo,
5 months after that shit came out.
yo, COVID was a blessing for Marvel because they have an excuse now to be like dead mad titles. They're like, oh, we can't do this no more. We can't do New Warriors no more because
Yeah.
COVID. Not because that shit would have fucking sold
And I
toilet
haven't seen
paper
one
numbers.
person who liked Kid Cable.
Yeah,
Not
People
one
hate the
person.
people want the grizzly old man Cable, I
Old
guess.
Man Cable, yeah. That's the Cable I know and I'm familiar with.
Or give us like the Josh Brolin type of Cable.
Yeah, like that's the in between.
Yeah, not just some late teens, early 20s.
That I have to ask Jean Grey if he could trade his gun with an alien.
Still can't get over that first issue, huh?
I can't. So in the first issue of X-Men, he's like comparing his gun to like an alien's gun, and then he tells Jean Grey, "Mom, can I trade my gun with this guy?"
Yeah, it was a bit tongue in cheek.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm being a nerd here, but Madeline Pryor is his mom, not Jean Grey.
Well, technically, she did raise him in the future.
She
with
raised
Cyclops,
him in the future. That is true.
so
But biologically, Madeline Pryor is a mom. Who is back?
it's like, oh, she's back.
She's back.
But I was gonna say is like that line in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Mhm.
like, he may be your father, but he ain't your daddy.
Yeah.
That's true. Jean is Cable's mommy,
Yeah,
but Madeline Pryor is his mother.
yeah. Sinister brought her back, right?
Yeah, Sinister brought her back, but they haven't continued that story yet because the whole COVID thing. I don't know
Sinister's already
what
fucking up.
comic she came back in actually, because it definitely wasn't New Mutants.
Maybe X Force?
No,
No?
no, I forgot where she came back.
Then probably just X Men then.
Nah, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't X Men. I think it was X Factor.
No, X Factor hasn't come out yet.
No, this fucking COVID is ruining me everything.
Can't have nothing. Can't remember nothing. Can't get you nothing.
And they haven't released a Gambit solo title yet. Not because of
What?
COVID, but they just didn't know what to write about.
Didn't they already have one? I
They had
guess.
a few.
They had a few, yeah, like more than one
Yeah.
solo Gambit titles.
He's a side character though. He's not a main character.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think he'd carry a title. Like he had a title with Rogue, Mr. and Mrs. X for a
Yeah.
while.
That was like not even 10 issues.
Yeah, but people were enjoying it, I think.
It was a good idea. But
It got cut short because of the whole Age of X shit. I mean,
Yeah.
House of X.
House of X. That's true. They should have continued that after House of X. Have them do their own thing. Don't put them in. I don't think Excalibur works for Rogue and Gambit.
You know,
Nah.
I gotta
It's
catch
good.
up. I haven't read it in a while.
It definitely works for Jubilee and her kid. Because
Yeah.
Jubilee doesn't work anywhere else, honestly.
Just have on the New Mutants. Get the Generation X gang back together.
Yeah, put her in New Mutants. But having her there with a kid is like, get rid of the
It's crazy how Monet became
Monet.
became a popular character than Jubilee after Generation X. Like
Who's Monet?
Stingy's born.
Monet was like a Generation X character who could transform into like this monster or some shit like that, and she's super strong.
Yeah.
I always thought she was a cool character, but she was never like definitive or whatever. You couldn't really
Yeah.
like, differentiate her from any other X-Men character.
Yeah, I think she had like mental powers too, or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
She was like telepath, maybe.
But I feel like she's not even there yet as like her own character. You always see her in like one of those training costumes or whatever.
Yeah.
They need to like, I don't know, make her more different. Than...
Well, she became more burnt in Jubilee though.
That's true. She has more cred than Jubilee for sure.
Yeah, she's been more shit.
Because Jubilee is basically Wolverine's sidekick. Like she
Yeah,
hasn't.
she hasn't done that in a while too. So
Yeah, Kitty Pryde has way more cred than her, and she was Wolverine's sidekick.
yeah, I didn't realize that Kitty Pryde was her sidekick for a while till like years later, when I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
After Jubilee, it was Kid Omega.
Really?
Yeah, Kid Omega was a protege during Wolverine and X-Men.
Okay. You try to redeem him from all the bullshit you try to pull in New
Yeah.
X-Men?
He took him out to space and shit like that, and they like fought all these aliens together and shit. Wolverine got drunk in front of him.
They robbed like a casino or some shit like that in one issue, right?
Yeah,
Some shit?
they like robbed an alien casino or some shit like that, and
How does Wolverine get drunk if he has healing factor?
he could only get drunk from Asgardian beer, like Thor's beer.
Yeah.
The beer of the gods.
He got so drunk at one point that he popped his claws while doing this with his hands, so they came out of this part.
Mhm.
And Kid Omega was like, "What the fuck? Oh my god!" He was like, "No, I do this all the time."
You think he ever tried like different hand positions when he's like popping out the claws to see how it feels like?
Probably. Like this, the Spider-Man. He like rips off a thumb while doing that. Oh, fuck.
Look, I look like Edward Scissorhands now.
Or this. Have a whole red Jello mess when he puts his claws.
Be throwing up gang signs and shit.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! You heard about the new Batman show that's coming out?
Yeah, I heard it's not about Batman.
Yeah, again, and it's about the Gotham PD before Batman again.
Where do we hear already?
That's just a spin-off of Gotham.
No, it's a spinoff of the Batman movie that's coming out with Robert Pattinson.
It has nothing to do with Gotham.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna be a prequel to the movie that's coming out that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah,
And it's gonna be about the corruption in the Gotham PD
It's
with
gonna
Jim
follow
Gordon.
young Jim Gordon.
Stop me if you heard this before.
They're gonna show a whole bunch of Gotham criminals before they were the
Yeah.
Gotham criminals,
Yeah,
like
Makes
the
sense.
Joker, Scarecrow, Penguin, Riddler.
they're gonna call it Gotham Redo.
Yeah. There's
They
gonna be a
spell
gay
it
relationship between Bane and Killer Croc.
A gay relationship between them.
Yeah, just to make it different.
You
Yeah,
ever
makes
see
sense.
the Gotham's gay relationship between Penguin
And
and
then,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
that they never touched upon again.
Yeah, they like hinted at it, and then that's it.
Yeah, it was just
Mhm.
that's how being gay is.
Mm-hmm.
You like
Like,
the same.
My crush
sex.
don't like me, so I'm not gay anymore.
I only like one person of the same sex, and that's it. I only like one particular dick.
And it's funny because, like, in the last episode, they teamed up when they were like established villains already, like the Penguin and the Riddler,
Yeah.
while they were in costume.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yo, this is bad, like random. Like, you're really trying to make these guys a thing, but they're not a thing.
Penguin
But
was
Joe-
like, "Yo, this is so fucking hot right now, man."
Like, you could have used like Two-Face or something in the meantime, like just something different. Yeah, it was like the Aaron and Andy relationship in The Office. Like they're a thing, and then all of a sudden they're not a
Building
thing
up.
anymore.
That show's
For
building up
nothing.
so hard, and you're like, "Yo, all right, I'm down with this." And then
Oh man.
I would like to see Bane and Killer Croc though, like put it on HBO Max, like show them straight fucking.
Full penetration, baby.
Yeah. And make Killer Croc pull one of Bane's tubes and like put it up his butt and have that green goop go up his butt. It's like, yeah, this is fucking hot. Urgh!
Dolph Lundgren is the fucking Bane and shit.
Oh, that is
Stuff
just a
like it.
fucking dream. Isn't Bane
Oh.
Hispanic though?
Yeah.
No, but he's in a mask the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tom Hardy was Bane.
You can't tell. Especially when Tom Hardy was talking.
Yeah,
You know
he sounded
what
like he's
fucking race that guy was.
It was like he was a villain from the 1940s. That's man.
From Batman.
What do you say? Take off your mask.
He talks like this.
Yo, if I were Batman in that situation, every time I'd be like, "What?"
I think he was trying to do a Sean Connery impression.
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like that.
Oh,
that
man.
movie where he's wearing that like
Batman.
red X on his chest with the guns.
You have to smack a woman once in a while. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery,
But I'm
the guy,
like-
the relationship expert.
Yo, but it's like, do we need another freaking Batman TV show that's
No.
not Batman involved? Like,
We
there's
need
no-
an actual live-action TV show that's Batman.
Like, it's not that hard. Like, we don't need to see another cop show.
No,
Mhm.
no, we don't need a cop show that takes place in Gotham.
Yeah, we get it. The cops are bad. Jim Gordon's gonna change all that.
That's what we have
Wait.
cops for.
But it's really not gonna do anything to like the last season when Batman shows up all of a
Yeah.
sudden. All right, the end.
The
That's our show.
whole point for any of those shows is to watch Batman become Batman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody just tuning into the last episode. It's like, all right, finally getting Batman, guys.
Yeah.
Gather around.
Right. Jim Gordon gets his mustache at the end, and we see Batman fly through.
That's it.
You're
Then they show,
officially commissioner. Here's your mustache. Years.
Then they pan to like his legs, and you see like Barbara Gordon, like a kid, looking up at Batman, like that's gonna be me one day.
I'll be a girl version of that.
Yeah.
And there's a lesbian behind her going, yeah, me too.
Speaking of the lesbian Batwoman,
Yeah.
they recast the lead.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to
black
be a
woman.
black lesbian now.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, alt-right.
Well, hey, who wants to see this? Nobody.
Nope.
I didn't
gotta
want to see
get
it before they recasted her.
Yeah, I liked it because I was just like, oh sure, okay. Like I clicked like.
Yeah, that's all I did for that. Batwoman
Yeah.
show, I'm going to click like to that. I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it. It's just like, oh, sure, good.
But yeah,
Cool.
I'll support.
I'm
I'll
cool
do.
with
I'll do the least that I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give
What
you a
is the
thumbs
least possible I could do to show my support? I'm going to do it.
up. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
And watch. I'm predicting that the show's gonna get canceled after this season.
Oh, after like episode
Yeah.
3, that show's going to be canceled.
It's like, why have it? Like, you're not gonna.
Yeah.
Your main star quit, and you're like, fuck it. We don't need. Whatever her name was, Batman's cousin, to be in the show.
Mm.
No, her character
Oh,
name, Kathy something.
Cassie Cage. Cage?
No,
No, that's Mortal Kombat.
And I want to say Kane, but I don't think it's Kane either.
Cassandra Cain.
Huh?
Cassandra King.
Nah. You're
Cassandra
that's
Cain. That's
that's
like
Rob?
the original Batwoman.
that's not Batwoman. That was
She was-
Batgirl. She was
Batgirl,
Batgirl
yeah.
for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she was Robin though. She was like the first Robin, wasn't? She was like the first girl Robin, right?
No, that was
Spoiler.
the spoiler. Yeah.
Also, then.
Cassandra Cain was like she was like the Batgirl that didn't talk.
The Death
She had
Batgirl. Okay.
Yeah, she had like, the full mask. She wasn't deaf. That she was mute. That she only could read. She only communicated through body language.
My opinion, best Batgirl.
Yeah. A lot of people feel that way,
That Death Batgirl was fucking dope.
and they fucked the character up in Birds of Prey.
Yeah, they made her like
But no.
a traitor and like made her actually like hear. I could actually hear and talk this whole time.
Just another spunky street urchin.
Yeah, I work for Deathstroke.
I'm a pickpocket.
Yeah.
Pockets are picked.
Gotcha.
Dick Grayson is still the best Robin.
But Zack Snyder killed them off.
The only way to be edgy is to kill a Robin.
Or kill off a sidekick or supporting cast member that's been beloved and a fan favorite for years.
You know what's edgier
Just
than that?
killing them. Huh?
You know what's edgier than that? Killing Superman.
Oh,
In his second movie,
not even his own solo movie. He was
Nah.
co-opting.
Batman was there, so that was a Batman movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it was.
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it was Batman versus Superman.
Yep.
Batman versus Superman.
And I know I always said if they changed the title to World's Finest, it would have been a dope ass movie.
Yeah. Well, he still would have fucked it up.
Yeah.
Could have just been called Dawn of Justice, like whatever, but not Batman versus Superman.
And not even Dawn of Justice, because it's like, well, Dawn of Justice, yeah, but like they force fed the Justice.
Yeah, Dawn of
Yeah.
Justice still felt too edgy. Like
Yeah.
if they went with World's Finest, that was like the first Batman Superman story. It was called World's Finest. That would have been so dope.
I see.
Like have them fight, okay, but then make it a misunderstanding where they eventually team up at the end and fight like a villain where none of them dies.
Yeah.
Don't make Wonder Woman have to come out and help them and shit. Make her just a cameo without showing Aquaman and everybody else. That was
Like,
pointless.
what a shit show. That's why I'm like, I never understand Warner Brothers. They have so many properties they could do like mass shows based on,
So many.
but you're giving us the same shit. You're gonna give us like an edgier Gotham because it's gonna be on HBO Max. So what? We're gonna see more killing or more whatever. Like, I don't care about these things.
Messy
Yeah.
titties.
Like, I want to see a show about Falcone. Falcone.
The Falcone family. We're serious villains for Batman. We're actual gangsters.
Even Gotham, they fucking the first case that Gordon is working on is the death of Bruce's parents.
Mhm.
You're like, Jesus Christ, like how many times we need to see this shit?
Tell me again, kid, how you want to avenge the death of your parents?
And you look in the camera, it's like, Get your reference here.
Huh? Wait till the last episode.
Wink.
And then the girl who played Catwoman had like cat-like features in her eyes. Like she had like those type of eyes that were like cat eyes but human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that was just her. That was just her eye color. That was.
But I feel like they casted her because of that.
Yeah. Like she had the look. She actually looked like a young Michelle Pfeiffer.
You talking about Gotham?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the dancer. She was in the show America's Best Dance Crew.
Yeah, she was like the little girl group that was.
She was
there.
just a little girl. Yeah, she was like 10 or something.
Yeah, I think that was like the last season. I saw that.
Mhm.
I stopped watching the show after that
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, they just voting for kids because they're fucking kids. They're not that. They're not better than most of these guys.
Exactly.
Nice.
Anyway,
Them over the Jabberwockies.
what happened?
What a Jabberwockies with the first season. I think this was like season 4 or some shit. Probably.
No, she was like in like season 8 or something.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember they were like cranking like seasons like half a year.
Yeah.
Like because that's when it was popular because everybody oh Jabberwockies.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten into any of those seasons.
Not even the first season with the Jabberwockies.
Nah.
The best one.
The best
Not
one.
even. The only like performance reality show I got into, it was like the singing ones with what was that guy's name? We used to always like say his name whenever you come up singing.
American Idol?
Not American Idol. It was like a singing thing. Oh,
Ryan
fuck.
Seacrest?
Sausages. I don't know. I forgot that guy's name.
Freddie just forgetting everything tonight.
Yo, I have terrible memory. This is like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Was it Jason Derulo?
No, it wasn't Jason Derulo.
Somebody who sings?
I remember I used to watch it at home with Elmer, and whenever this guy would come up, we'd be like, "Yo, sausages! Whatever." What was that fucking guy's name?
That was Justin from the first season. The guy with the sideshow Bob haircut.
No, that wasn't him. It was like a guy with like a sideways Kangol hat and like a button-down shirt, but he was too fat. Where like it was open on the chest and in the bottom part too.
The fat guy? He was a fat guy?
Jojo, sausages. I'm Jojo. I'm gonna sing.
I have no idea what that is.
Did he make it?
No.
Oh, he was just the
It definitely wasn't American Idol, but I forgot what the show. I'm gonna look it up right now.
America's Best. What is it? America's Got Talent?
No, it wasn't America's. It was on WB.
The Voice.
I think it was The Voice.
Oh, The Voice is like NBC or something.
Yo, because I remember we were making fun of a guy like that, but I forgot where was it from. You sure it was American Idol?
No, it wasn't American Idol. Fuck, I'm even looking up on YouTube and I can't find anything.
So, did they really say sausages? I think that was something you just made up.
If something I made up, like whenever you come up, I'd be like, "Yo, sausages, Jojo." Fuck, I'm putting up JoJo on YouTube and I'm like looking up JoJo's Juice. That's not it.
Superstar USA?
What was it?
Is it Superstar USA?
No.
No. Gonna try to figure out which reality comparative show you were watching with JoJo. Wasn't there a manager from the Flat Hotel Freddy that was like, "Oh, bananas, I got some bananas here."
Oh!
Remember?
Yes, I remember. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
I remember they thought there was a bomb there, and he was like the first person running. I'm like, oh no, fucking bomb! Fuck. I put JoJo Sings, and like, there's an actual singer named JoJo.
Yeah.
But like, oh yeah, the singer JoJo.
JoJo, yeah.
She was like 14 or something when she came out.
Yeah, it's like a little kid called JoJo.
Get out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
And she made a movie. She
Only
made a movie with Robin
JoJo
Williams.
I know is from that reality
Oh, yeah.
show where he did not win, and he was never heard of again.
Hey, he has sausages.
And I brought up the sausages like I was so into it, man. Speaking of JoJo, I'm gonna go use a bathroom and think about JoJo while I'm using the bathroom.
There you go.
Which
She's of
one?
age now. The sausage. To drain that sausage. Oh man, fucking Gotham. I don't want to see that shit. I'm tired of seeing that shit.
Yeah. I think Gotham the best season was season 2, and that's after that. Like I stopped watching.
Yeah, I stopped giving a shit. Like I'll watch. Like it was always like playing in the background for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really didn't care.
Mm-hmm. Like I stopped paying attention because some of it was just I don't know. I feel like it was the same shit over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really thought they were gonna make Jim Gordon's girlfriend Barbara Harley Quinn, like on the show.
That would have made sense.
Yeah,
because she was kind of like that character, but not, you know. And then it made me like confused because I was like, why would his like crazy ex-girlfriend be named Barbara? And then like he eventually has a daughter named Barbara.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense. Like, why would you name your daughter after your crazy ex-girlfriend?
we didn't even get.
Like, try to kill you.
Yeah, but she became good at the last season. So people change.
Yeah, but still,
People change.
it's like,
But still trash.
mm-hmm. And then your wife is just gonna be okay with that. Like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
I made my daughter Barbara. What's the matter with you? Oh, wasn't it her idea though to name her Barbara? Wasn't it the wife's idea?
I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't watch the like last season or anything. I just remember thinking like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, because they both became like crime lords in some ways in the last season.
Even
Yeah, the doctor. Yeah, she was like the lord of like some slums that she took care of the people that were sick and they loved her for it.
oh wow,
Yeah,
like his wife,
yeah,
the
fuck.
doctor. I remember her
Yeah, the
name.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His real wife in the real life.
yeah, that's the real wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
Her. She was like, yeah, she was like, the Riddler was like her partner, and the Riddler was like in love with her too, or some shit like that. It was mad weird.
Oh, Jim Gordon's like wife, the one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he got pregnant.
Yeah,
She was hot until like halfway through that show where she had like this weird big haircut.
that's when she was bad. That was like her bad,
Yeah.
bad,
That was
bad
her
girl.
bad look.
Yeah,
When she was dating the mafia guy.
big. I'm evil because my hair is big. And Jim Gordon killed my fiance, so I'm bad now.
And then his previous wife flipped out because like she got kidnapped.
Yeah, she got kidnapped by a serial killer that made her kill her own parents, which I guess
That's right.
she ended up liking. So she became crazy off of that. Now thinking about it, I'm like, damn, Jim Gordon had two women go crazy on him because of him.
That was his wife Barbara in like the actual story that he named his daughter after.
Yeah.
that's what we were just saying.
Oh, okay.
I was like, doesn't make sense. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw, you know, because when I first started watching it, I was like, why is his girlfriend named Barbara? It doesn't make sense. Because then he eventually thought it becomes Go Barbara. That's like
his first wife in the comic was named Barbara.
Yeah.
So they eventually have the girl, the Batgirl, was named after her mother.
Okay.
But then he had an affair with another detective or some shit like that. So he married the other detective after he divorced his first wife. Like Jim Gordon is mad messy.
Yeah.
I see.
So I'm like, do we really need to see a series of Jim
No.
Gordon knocking boots?
Before we get like an actual
Anymore.
Batman series, we're gonna get a Jim Gordon Batman series where he's Batman and the robot.
And they won't even explain how he got the suit. They're like, oh, he's Batman now.
He's just
Go
Batman.
fight crime.
Bruce Wayne,
Deal
don't worry
with
about him. He's done.
Deal with it.
That's for the show that's coming out in 2025.
But he's the Batman now.
That's how it is.
Look at me. I'm
Yeah.
Batman now.
I'm Batman now. He's telling that to the Joker. He was like, oh,
That was
okay.
so random how he became Batman in the comics. Like, oh, Batman disappeared, so they built him a armor suit, and now he's the new Batman. And everybody knows he's the Batman because
And
he's
Dick
just a
Grayson's
cop
just
with a
like,
robot suit. Yeah. But you know what I'm not gonna do it this time, guys.
I got shot in the head. I could be anybody you want.
Well, this is a new 52, so
Yeah.
they already had that going on for Batman. They're
This is
trying
when
new
Superman
things.
was running around in jeans and a t-shirt, beating
Yeah,
robots up.
it was a weird time for DC.
Very
They
weird.
had to do the rebirth to get things back to normal,
Yeah.
and now they might do that with the movies.
Ugh.
So the rumor is gonna be Flashpoint is gonna just change everything again, and they're gonna try to do their live action stuff.
In order and like making like it's gonna make sense now.
Yeah,
But
but I guess all the movies that were like solo films that did well, like Wonder Woman, Shazam, those are gonna get untouched.
They count.
Yeah, they're gonna count. They already confirmed that the Patterson Batman is from a different universe,
Yeah.
so it's not the universe we've seen so far. So who knows what they're gonna do with that? Maybe Flashpoint is gonna make that Batman that's reality Batman after the movie ends, which will make sense. Maybe, or maybe they'll just continue having like different multiverses of Batmans. There's probably gonna end up being like 4 Batmans on screen at one point in the near
Yeah.
future.
Michael
Which will
Keaton's
be
gonna be Batman, and Robert Pattinson.
Ben
Might as
Affleck
well bring it back, Ben Affleck.
again for the Snyder cut.
Yeah. As bloated Batman.
No, I think he's gonna be Rip Batman because it's gonna be Snyder. They're not gonna film. They're not gonna use none of the reshoot footage at all. I think so. You're gonna have to see a padded down fucking Batman suit with a beard cut.
You're never gonna see him fighting. Whenever fighting's going on, he's just gonna like look around, going, "Yeah,
Yeah,
all right."
I'm rich. That's my
just
suit.
from this up. That's what you're gonna see.
He's only gonna do that.
Then you see like his better shape stunt double go and do all the fucking fighting and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yo, Ben Affleck is that dude.
You know it's Ben Affleck when he says, "No more."
No man.
No ma. Watch me kick this guy's ass. No ma. And we might have the Flashpoint Batman who will be Thomas Wayne.
For Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
But I'm saying it's so fucking like Batman.
Everything's Batman. Batman's the moneymaker for DC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it right now. If DC loses Batman at like right now, DC is fucked. And
Oh, there was a meme. I'll share it with you guys later. That they're like DC ideas, and like there's like a lady whose face is DC, but she's spilling like a wheel,
yeah,
and all the wheel just says Batman all over it. So whatever lands, it say Batman. Yeah. So another Batman movie,
yeah.
or a Batman centric movie like Birds of Prey again, which is set in Gotham City or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or just make a Green Arrow movie, Green Batman.
Green Arrow movie where he's in Gotham.
That was the CW's group.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Ah,
other season was a Batman villain.
well, they made him Iron Man in the last season.
Oh,
'Cause he
really?
he sacrificed his life. He died.
Oh, God.
So the Green Arrow is dead in the Arrowverse, the CW shows. He's no more.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, these dudes really have no original ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So the show is gone. Is done, right?
Yeah, it's already done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check out the last season because that's the only season I haven't watched entirety yet. But I'm like, at this point, I'm really done with the CW shows. Like, I
Last
haven't
episode I
watched
watched
them.
was when like they blew up that island and like they left it on that cliffhanger, like you don't know who died. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume, without seeing in those episodes, that Felicity died, and
No,
that's
she
it.
didn't.
I'm
Nah, she
I didn't
didn't.
hear that. As far as I know, she's dead.
You know what's worst about it? That she was supposed to be like a temporary character.
Hmm.
But Steve Amell was like, yo, she's a good actress, let's keep her on. And they just kept her on the show, and that's why it led to all this bullshit.
I liked her at the beginning, but then they fucked it up by making her like the
The
love
love
of his
interest.
life.
Yeah, and I'm like, really?
Oh, fuck, man.
I think they try to introduce like the Felicity character in the comics, and then
I'm
that shit
sure
didn't
that did
work
not
out.
go well.
Yeah, because they were trying to, because at the time Arrow was popular,
Yeah.
the show, so they were the comic was trying to get on that level, but people weren't really feeling Felicity in the comics, so he's back with Black Canary.
It's always been Black Canary and Arrow. That's like I said before. Couple goes Black Canary and Arrow
What?
because they're the couple that's always been together in DC. Like even like throughout comic books, really, they've always like been that couple. Like they've in like the main continuity never like been like married. I don't think, right? But
No,
then they've always just like gravitated towards each other, and like they're a solid couple that you can't really imagine without each other. Like if
they're like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. They never got married. They're just like together.
that's true.
See.
When I was a kid, I always assumed Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell were married.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think outside your box.
Yeah.
Patriarchy. I mean, they already got a Black Canary for the DC movies, so they just need the Green Arrow.
They casted her?
Yeah, she was in Birds of Prey.
Oh shit! Oh, that's right. I haven't seen Birds of Prey yet.
She was pretty. She was good in it. She was a good Black Canary.
No, I heard it was good.
Yeah. Gail Simone. Yeah, Gail Simone was like that was like the best version of Black Canary she's seen, like live action.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because she hates the Arrows, Black Canaries, that storyline. Like she hates it. Like she just shits on it. She shits on that and the Felicity stuff. The Olivicity. What was it called?
Olicity.
Yeah.
Ugh.
She hated that shit with a passion, and she would just crack jokes on it, and like all the fans would just
But
be
listen,
upset.
first, Black Canary, the sister. She
Sarah.
was the best Black Canary, I think. I haven't seen the movie, but
Yeah.
in the Arrow show, that should have been the Canary. She should never have turned into White Canary.
Yeah, I think the problem was that they just butchered the character of Black Canary in the show. Like it wasn't as cool as it was in the comic. Like
Everybody who's a Black Canary died.
yeah, even in the animated show, she was a great character. And
Yeah.
Justice League, the limited stuff that she was in, she had an episode of like her, Green Arrow, the Huntress,
In the boxing episode.
and the Question. Yeah, that was a great episode too.
Yeah.
But like I don't understand why Arrow just fucking butchered that character so badly.
Yeah, really, they destroyed that character. There was like 3 different Black Canaries in the Arrow show.
Yeah. Then you decided to just bring the original Black Canary back, but just have her from another dimension. And she already has she has the powers, the screaming powers already. It's like the sonic yell that she has is already part of her. Like, because remember, like the original one, she had like the device.
Yeah. I remember watching them like try to stop a crime, and the criminals had guns, like literal fucking machine guns. And she comes through with a fucking staff to fight them.
Yeah.
I remember looking at TV going, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my god!"
I'm like, she's not even screaming, and she's
No,
taking
she
all those
was
guys
screaming.
out.
She jumped in front of them while they're holding guns and like hit them with the stick. And it's like, "Oh no!" And they dropped their guns.
Yeah, I think that's one thing like Arrow should have embraced in the beginning was like superpowers. Because I didn't even understand why they were trying to be so grounded. Because they were so hesitant to show people with superpowers.
Yep.
At least in the beginning, until they introduced the Flash and how everybody loved it. Like, oh shit, the Flash! Finally, like
Flash.
we're gonna have superpowers in this fucking universe.
Season
was just a
6,
bunch of
the
Orlando
villain is
people.
another speedster.
And that show just that shit just took a turn for the worst after season 2. Yeah, the first 2 seasons were good. Then like after season 2, the shit just became garbage.
Once the villain was the Black Flash or whatever. It's like another fucking speedster, another villain who could run fast, who's the main villain.
Like this dude has a whole villain group of villains that are not speedsters, like Captain Boomerang, the fucking Mirror Master, the Prankster, all these guys, and they keep on using fucking speedsters on this fucking show.
A prankster.
It's his Joker.
Yeah, pretty much it was his Joker,
Is
who
it
was
Joker
played by
like-
Mark. He was played by Mark Hamill in the original Flash show in the '90s, and he made an appearance in the CW show a couple years back.
As the original
Prankster. But they gave him like a Joker type of look for a little cameo of his. That's what I understand. I'm like, yo, you have like Flash is another character that have all these other characters they could choose from, but they're just focusing on fucking speedsters. And when they're not speedsters, they pick the most random ass villains that you never heard of before and make them a Flash, like the whole series. It's terrible.
Was it like that Flash from the future? That was like a robot that he had like armor and shit like that. That he turned out to be Barry Allen or whatever. I forgot Salazar or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was no
Savitar.
season 2.
Was his name
No,
Salazar?
That was Dr. Zoom.
Dr. Zoom was season 2, wasn't it?
Oh, you're talking about the villain, Salazar, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Salazar.
Oh yeah,
Salazar.
that was like the Flash from the future. That was fucked up.
It was like
Yeah,
Barry
yeah.
Allen. Like the whole season was like us wondering, like, who the fuck is this villain? Oh my god, he's crazy. And at the end, it turns out it's just Barry Allen from a fucked up future.
And he was gonna kill Iris
Yeah, that was his goal.
for some stupid reason. That was the whole season. That's one thing too. They should stop doing like a whole season of storylines. Just give us different stories every week, man. Like you don't have to fucking give us a big bad every year. Someone pulling the strings in the background and shit.
Yeah, with the Flash, you gotta get creative. Like, if you have super speed, you can be anybody.
Yeah.
You can be anybody who doesn't have super speed.
Exactly, bro.
So all your villain has to be speedsters.
I guess that's the thing. They probably were on the level of like they wanted they need Barry to be the underdog. So like the only thing that can match that would be another speedster. Yeah. So it's like because you could be anybody, like you said.
But you just gotta get creative. Make an enemy who could stop time or something.
Yeah. Good idea.
I think they did that for a slow time or some shit like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, wow, that's a good idea.
Then they made a fucking Freeze. Well, no, it was Captain Cold.
Oh,
Captain Cold.
They made him a good guy.
That was the actual character in the Flash show that I fucking loved.
Yeah, and they ruined him and made him a good guy.
Yep.
On Legends of Tomorrow.
They made him sacrifice himself.
Yeah, with Heatwave, because Heatwave was another villain that they made into a good guy. For some reason.
I hated that character. I mean, the actor was good. He did a great job as that character. But I hated the concept of the character. He was Captain Cold's partner. So I guess he had fire powers.
Yeah. And he loves. He was an arsonist. Get
He's
it?
an arsonist. He's like, oh, I gotta burn everything. I'm the
Yeah.
crazy guy of this group.
I'm the wild, wacky guy.
Don't you
I'm
see
the
my
wild
head?
card.
It's shaved. I'll do anything.
My head is shaped like flames.
I have fire hair.
Get it?
I'm edgy.
Yeah.
I got red tints on my hair for the. But hopefully, I don't know if DC just hits the reset button, it'll take care of everything, like television and movie wise.
I would hope so too. Just like do a reset for everything. Bring in new actors for everybody except for Wonder Woman and Shazam.
You know, to keep Aquaman, baby.
You know what? A second Aquaman movie won't work, so they might as well keep him.
Yeah, I don't know if the sequel is gonna be as successful as the. Would you be fighting Black Manta this time?
That's all they have. Black Manta.
He was a good villain though in the movie.
He was a
good
cool.
guy.
The Black Manta scene was dope. That was probably the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah.
But for the second movie, that's all you have.
Yeah.
What
I'm pretty sure they
other-
could add another villain to it.
Yeah, like what other popular Aquaman villain are you gonna have?
Sharknado.
There's a shark villain that Aquaman fights.
King Shark. I think that's who you're thinking about, Ernie.
Huh?
I think that's who you're thinking about. King
Yeah,
Shark.
Sharknado.
He's gonna come through with his friend Sharknado.
Sharknado.
This is my friend Sharknado.
It's Sharkeisha.
Sharkeisha. Oh shit!
Bringing back the classics.
Yeah.
She gonna fuck Aquaman up.
Like, damn, I don't even want to fight her just based on the name.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, damn bro. Oh.
Oh no.
This bitch is hardcore.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Mama.
They just start making out after she kicks his ass for some reason.
Well, obviously, because Amber Heard is not gonna be in that movie.
You need someone to fill that role. Shit out of him.
Okay.
What happened to Mira? She shit my bed.
She lucky my bed underwater.
She shit my bed in the water, so that made it worse.
It floated up. That's like a trail shit going up.
There was the shit, and there was like the end part was like the little particles of shit. So like it just clouded everything. Since it was in water, it was like everywhere.
Yeah, you can't deny it in water too, because you just see the shit trail just coming out your ass.
You see like your blanket lift because of the shit that's there. It's like the shit in the middle is like lifting the whole blanket up.
Okay.
No, come on.
Yeah.
But since you're water, you don't need a blanket because it's the same temperature everywhere.
It'll probably just get a little warmer because of the shit, probably though.
Mm-hmm.
The hot shit coming out your ass, bro.
And since you can breathe, you imagine breathing in water, and then somebody takes a shit in your vicinity. You have to breathe all those particles in, and you're like, yo!
Fucking Amber Heard was fucking really pushing for that scene in the Aquaman scene.
She was. Yo, imagine sleeping underwater and someone takes a shit in your bed. You're breathing all those particles until you wake up.
You know, I'm just saying that she does this because you know Aquaman forgot her birthday or something. You know, something.
She did it because Aqualad was killed, his son, their son.
So you know what? I'm gonna take a shit.
I'm gonna take a shit in the bed.
Our son died.
A mother's natural reaction when her child is killed.
You see the size of that shit? That was the size of our son when he was born.
I gave birth again while you were sleeping.
Shit.
That's baby number 2.
Yo,
That's his name.
someone taking a shit that size would definitely wake me up.
Yeah, the lights are on. Why it's so dark in here?
Oh, gosh.
Like, if the lights are on, but it's still dark.
And she's just there, but like, it's just a joke. It's just a joke.
It's not as bad as your drunk breakfast.
Drug breakfast.
You can't leave lines of cocaine on the table underwater. I keep on telling you.
It's just gonna dissolve.
It's just gonna turn into nothing.
Or she probably just has it in like in one of those air pockets that she had in Justice League, because they couldn't figure out how they're going to talk underwater yet. So just have her talk in air pockets for some reason, because they don't both really have to talk in air
Nah.
pockets. You know what?
They were born underwater, but they need air pockets to talk.
Because we haven't thought that far ahead to see how they communicate underwater yet. We're just fucking.
Yeah, people who live underwater their whole lives have to make a bubble and go, "Buh! Hey, I gotta tell you."
You're probably, they can't talk because the water goes in their body and they drown. You know, that's why they got to get the air. They're like, what?
Yeah. Imagine breathing fucking water your whole life and suddenly you're in a bubble with oxygen.
Yeah.
For 5 minutes, you're gonna be like freaking out.
Like, what is this? But apparently, the royal, you have royal blood, you'll be able to breathe on the surface.
Apparently. But then, like, people who are half human and half fish that could breathe on both sides are considered, like, dirty blood or whatever.
Muggle blood.
Yeah.
Muggles.
Muggles.
Mm-hmm.
But what? But underwater.
Yo, fuck Atlantis. Fuck racist ass Atlantis. Fucking breathe this.
Backwards ass country.
Yeah. Fucking.
Trying to drown us.
I would worship anybody who could breathe in air and water at the same time.
You should be a villain in the sequel. You just pollute the ocean. You just like throwing.
Just be one of the villains for Captain Planet and you will fucking annihilate Aquaman.
He's like, oh no, brother.
Oh shit, he's dropping oil on top of my kingdom.
Let me get the octopus that can play the drums.
Let me splash some water at him. Stop.
Stop that.
Stop it.
Splash, splash. Little water.
The guy driving the boat is like, oh shit. I should stop. Go back home.
We just gave you the whole sequel to part 2. The whole story to part 2 right now on Golden Days.
I don't want that business from Aquaman. Get some water squirted in my face while I'm trying to navigate a boat. Come on.
Yeah, oh, he got me. Seawater. Salt water hurts.
Salt. I don't want to do this shit.
My eyes all red now.
Go back home.
Fuck this.
You have to turn the boat wheel like 7 times to make a U-turn.
I don't want to wear no fucking goggles.
Mira's like, come back, I want to throw my shit at you. Like, no.
That's the teaser for part 3. just Meryl with like shit in her hand, just throwing it after Aquaman.
With like a pillow sack with shit inside, just swinging it.
No, she'll just be shitting and tap the octopus, like prepare the shit at Aquaman. It's like her partner in crime.
As she's swimming, she's just like constantly shitting, and like all her octopuses behind her are like, yo, nobody shits this much.
Aquaman's like, how much shit you have?
Like, we don't need all this shit. This is too much.
Cool. Not cool.
You're making not cool, bro. You're making the kingdom worse. The Aqua Kingdom.
You might want to go to a doctor to check that out.
Yeah. I really think you need to see
Yeah.
an aqua doctor.
So there you go. You see, that's a moneymaker. That's another $1 billion movie right there.
We're just writing all these DC movies.
Just classic shit right here. It's another easy billion. off
Make
of it.
Dr. Fate like look at her colon. Be like, yo, I can't say this.
They love the feces in China. It'll make billions. It'll make
China's
billions.
all about feces.
Sure.
And on that note, it's a good time to end the podcast.
On
Is that it?
China and feces.
A good nightcap right there.
Yeah.
I got to think about it.
Oh, by the way, I'm also adding the video version of the podcast to what's the new TikTok. I'm
Okay.
adding it to TikTok. So
All right.
on this video, I'm gonna say fuck China, and now
Oh.
we're not on TikTok anymore.
Account shut down.
Now I don't have to add it on TikTok.
Yeah. Now, no more pulling D's on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, all done.
Jinping just sent me a message. Can't believe you said that.
Keep fucking around. We put you in hard camps.
Don't you dare call me Winnie Pooh!
Winnie Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh!
All right, guys. Like always, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and we're just a couple assholes with some opinions. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Love you, my babies.
Rethink your kink.
Fuck China.
Tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.